3 questions high performers should be asking themselves every week. I'm Robbie, I'm a coach and a therapist, and these questions form a key part of how I work. I'll ask variations of these to my clients, and they touch upon aspects of high performers that are often neglected. So what you'll see with senior leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs, they're always looking forward. They're always thinking about the next thing, which is great. But what they're often terrible at is reflecting on what they've done well, recognizing what they've done well and celebrating that. This really helps with that. It also helps them think about their needs, which is something that typically people with demanding lives don't do. They're just busy doing. So yeah, think about what you need and also planning ahead and think about how your own needs can feature in that. So let me take you through these questions and give you an idea of why they can be so impactful, why they're so important. So the first question is, what are your wins from the last week? What's gone well? So this can be the last 5 days, it can be the last 7 days. Thinking about what stands out, and a key part of this is that it's not just about work. An easy trap to fall into when your work really matters to you is if the business has done well this week, or if work's gone well this week, it's therefore been a successful week. And if it hasn't, it hasn't. And you can see why that is the case, because you really care about what you do, it's really important. But that misses that there are so many other areas of your life that are important too. So when you're thinking about what's gone well in the last week, yes, think about work, because that, should feature. Think about your performance at work and your role, but also think about your health. What have you done for you this week that you want to feel good about? Have you exercised more? Have you eaten better? Have you finished work when you said you would? Have you gone to bed a bit earlier? Whatever it is, think about it, recognize it, celebrate it. Did you feel more present with your kids this week? Did you spend time with your friends for the first time in ages? Did you start reading that book that you've had sitting by your bed for 6 months? Whatever it is, think about all aspects of your life in the last week and think about what's gone well and what you want to feel good about. Another reason this is important is there's a phrase I love, which is confidence needs evidence. And by recognizing these wins, we can kind of almost like pick them up and pack them in our rucksack and carry them on with us and take confidence from it. And that can help build resilience and a feeling of feeling more capable. So yeah, it's a lovely exercise. I think of all the questions, I think this is the key one that I really encourage people to lean into. So what are your wins for the last week? The next question is, what do you need from this weekend? Now you might be thinking, the weekend just happens. I have very little control over it, and that's completely understandable. If you've got young family, kids, you might still be working, whatever, the weekend might just be mapped out already. But if you have some element of control over your weekend, it can be helpful to think about what you might need from it. What influences that is what's gone on this week. What's happened in the last 7 days? Have you been traveling? Have you had endless meetings? Have you been on your own a lot? Have you been just sat at a computer? Think about what the last week has been like, and then think about, therefore, what you might need this weekend. So do you need to spend some time with your friends? Just have a laugh. Do you need to talk to nobody and just go and sit in a chair and read a book or watch a film or go for a walk on your own over the hills? Do you need to move your body? Do you need to physically move? You're feeling, mentally drained, but you really want to move because you haven't. Whatever it is, as I say, that's influenced by the week you've had, but it's also influenced by the type of person that you are. And thinking about, are you someone that needs to pull back? Your social battery is low. If you're somebody that feeds off others and you need to spend time, think about it, consider it, and then try and fit it into your weekend as best you can. And if it can't be in this weekend, it might be something that you just kind of note down and think, right, in the next week or so, I need to make sure I get out for a long walk in nature or spend some time with my mates or whatever it is. And then the third question is, what do I want to be different next week? So this could be nothing. You could think this week's been great as it is, and I just want to carry that forward and take what's worked. But it might be that in reflecting on the last week, you think, actually there's some things that weren't so great. I did work later than I should have. It had to happen, but it left me exhausted for the rest of the week or whatever it might be. So what do you want to be different? And a big part of this is looking at, what does next week look like? what's in the diary, what's important, what needs your energy, what do you really need to show up and for, and how do you want to show up for it? And then you can think about, again, what do you need from this weekend in order to facilitate that, and what's worked this week that you can carry through, and you can see how it all works together. But what's great with this is you then start next week feeling a little bit more in control, like you've got a bit of a plan. And there's every chance, if you're anything like the people I work with, that plan has to adapt and change because the week goes differently to what you expect. But at least you've had some plan that you're starting with. And rather than the week just happening to you and you kind of firefighting and being reactive, you're on the front foot. And you're also featuring your own needs in that. And your health, your habits, the things that help you feel good are in there, as opposed to just being on the back burner. So yeah, 3 really valuable questions. I'm recording this on a Friday, but this is an exercise. If you're watching this on a Friday, great. If not, just stick a reminder to sit down and do this reflection next time Friday comes around. And it can work really nicely to kind of do it on a Friday and park the week and kind of put work down, particularly if you find that difficult to switch off. And obviously that lends itself really nicely to thinking about what you need from the weekend. But it is also something you could recognize what's gone well and think about the week ahead. Both of those could be something you do on a Sunday evening. So make this work for you. But just, if nothing else, recognizing what you're doing well and giving yourself some credit for that is so important. And as I say, these are questions that massively benefit the people that I work with, and I'm pretty confident that they'll benefit you as well. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If it's been useful, share it with someone who you think might benefit from watching. Any questions, any requests on videos and topics that you'd like me to do more of, please stick them in the comments below. I intend to record a lot more of these and get back onto YouTube. So I will see you on the next one.